Okay, this Module 3 skills test is entitled Properties of the Periodic Table. One thing I threw in there, just sort of for fun, is a video of Daniel Radcliffe, good old Harry Potter, and he's going to sing through the elements of the periodic table. And that was a song actually written by a great mind called Tom Lehrer back in the, probably 50s. Tom Lehrer actually wound up being a math professor at Caltech or some smart school out west. Anyway, that's completely optional as far as whether you want to watch Harry Potter sing the elements. But the real purpose of this activity is to get you familiar with the periodic table. And again, I have my favorite, the one that I linked to in the activity. You're welcome to use any of the others online, but this one just kind of comes in handy. This is what it looks like. And notice that it's got a couple of different tabs. You're going to get a chance to kind of play around with those tabs. So the first question asks about which elements are liquids at standard temperature and pressure. I'll give you a link to the definition of standard temperature and pressure. And the cool thing about this periodic table is, at least under this tab, or the Wikipedia tab, notice that it gives you anything that's in black is a solid, anything that's in blue is a liquid, anything that's in red is a gas at standard temperature and pressure. And I didn't do a good job. There's actually a slider bar which allows you to change the temperatures. So you want to make sure that your temperature is at 273 Kelvin, because that's STP. And you're just going to look for the elements that are liquids at that standard temperature and pressure. Okay, moving on. Questions 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 just ask you to use the periodic table to determine some different trends in properties. So which of the groups, for example, in question 2, which of the groups go from higher to lower melting points, reading from top to bottom? So here you want to go to the Properties tab, and notice that every time you mouse over the different elements, it'll give you the melting point, it'll give you a boiling point, it'll give you all kinds of information about them, and that's going to help you answer this whole series of questions. Question 2 asks for melting points. Question 3 asks for melting points. Question 4 asks for densities, and question 5 asks for densities. So you'll use that Properties tab to help you answer that series of questions. Question 6 asks about essentially which is not a member of the same group. Remember that members of the same group are in the same vertical column. Question 7 asks about valence. That's another thing you'll find from the Properties tab of your periodic table. Notice there's a little line there for valence. So you're going to look to that to help you answer that question. And finally, question 8, it asks you to essentially just know the difference between a period and a group and be able to pinpoint the element that is located at that particular description.